Denver leaders meet with immigrants and refugees. The marijuana biz is good for Denver. DPD's use of force policy comes under scrutiny, and small parking lots continue to be a challenge. I'm Paula Vargas, and this is YCN. In the wake of President Trump's now judicially stayed executive order banning Muslims from selected countries from entering the U.S., Denver leadership held a community forum to answer questions and offer support to the immigrant and refugee community.
Our officers will continue to serve and protect all residents of Denver, regardless of where you come from or where you started. You're in Denver now, and our job is to serve and protect, and they will do just that.
The Denver City Attorney has asked the ACLU and some other organizations to confer with them on how Denver can take concrete steps with ordinances, with formal policies that make the promise of sanctuary more real, and we'll be helping.
With Trump already promising to strip funding from sanctuary cities, resistance could come at a cost.
We get $175 million in federal funding over a year. It would be irresponsible and foolish to jeopardize that without cause. Now, there's times when you have to stand up and human rights can't have a price tag.
At a special committee meeting, City Council heard from experts on how the marijuana industry is affecting tourism and the economy of Denver. According to the Marijuana Policy Group, the federal restriction on marijuana means that the money in the industry tends to stay in Colorado, making it one of the strongest economic multipliers in our state. Marijuana's strong positive effect on the city's coffers has some council members taking a hard look at other intoxicants.
There are twice as many self-reporting binge drinkers as there are people who use marijuana at least once a month. Wondering if maybe we should be looking at increasing the tax rate on alcohol. And in Colorado, it is one of the lowest alcohol taxes in the country, in our state.
The Denver Police Department wants to move from a traditional use of force policy to a dynamic and innovative one. Chief Robert White presented a draft of the new policy to the Safety, Housing, Education, and Homeless Committee and outlined his strategies.
Culture trumps policy. And I think that's extremely important. While it seems to be there's a considerable number of individuals that are concerned about our policy, I think the real question is you should be concerned about our culture.
Among the proposed changes, moving from a military-style training for officers to training based on emotional intelligence and respect. The public was invited to comment on the new policy. A member of the Denver Police Protective Association spoke, and while he agreed with the policy's philosophy, had concerns about some of its ambiguous language.
The defense attorneys are going to have a field day with this language, and every use of force case we run across, whether it's fatal or not, is going to potentially cause us some liability and some litigation. That is my concern.
The city attorney's office will be meeting with counsel confidentially on the issue of whether the new policy would result in more or fewer lawsuits for the city. On Tuesday, council debated revising the pre-existing small zone lot parking exemption. This amendment would require new buildings near high-frequency transit to provide parking for each story above the third floor. But some were concerned that the amendment would not fix parking, transportation, or transit problems in the city.
We're using the wrong tool. We're trying to change a light bulb with a screwdriver, and we're having really important conversations, but they're couched in a really weird place because the small lot exemption wasn't designed to be a transit tool. It wasn't designed to be a transportation tool. It wasn't designed to reduce car ownership.
There will be a public hearing on the amendment on March 20th.
How about jumping into a pool filled with freezing cold water in February? The Polar Plunge Splash and Dash is a fun and unique way to support Special Olympics Colorado. Saturday the 25th is the day. You can do a 5K run or walk in City Park at 11 a.m., followed by the plunge at the Denver Zoo. Go online to register for the event.
Look for a new edition of YCN each Friday. Thanks for watching.